Welcome to today's webinar where we are going to be talking, I hope, about today's topic, which is the perfect live recipe. Sorry about all our tech issues, but now we are ready to start rolling back from the start. Let me introduce you to myself. My name is Marissa. I'm a content creator here at Spree and also someone who deals with webinars. So when there's an audio problem, it's probably my fault. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about Spree first. So Spree is one of the most, I guess, forward and progressive live shopping technologies out there, and it can be considered this end-to-end solution for businesses to stream shoppable videos across all different platforms, so Instagram, Facebook, your website, etc. And we are pretty proud of all the work that we've been doing because we have had a lot of success stories, and in fact we have some big numbers for you. We have helped host 46,000 live shopping events, and we've helped sell 12 million products, which is very crazy if you think about it. And we have helped generate $213 million in revenue for our customers, which is absolutely amazing. On today's show, which is where we got to last time. So I'm going to introduce you to our special guests today. We have Yebe from Spree and Emma from Create and Craft, all the way from the UK. Yebe, please tell us about a little bit about. I'll hand over the mic to you. What do you do here at Spree?
Thank you, Marissa. I am a senior customer success specialist, which means that I work with a lot of our users on becoming great live shopping experts themselves and optimizing their live shopping shows. So that's all the way around the Spree software as well as live shopping in general and optimizing the algorithms and promotion and all that. Yada yada.
Super important role there. And let's take it over to Emma from Create and Craft. Emma, hi, welcome. Finally.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for joining. Can you tell us a little bit about your role and how you work with live shopping?
Yeah, of course. So, hi, my name's Emma. I work at Create and Craft. I'm the digital marketing specialist here. So I look after everything basically digital marketing related. And with regards to live shopping, I plan it, do it, and basically everything around it.
Cool. Excellent. Thanks for that. Let's go back to our slides. And yeah, let's hear from you guys a little bit. If you have a question today, please drop it in the comments. We know that there's a whole bunch of different people watching today. You might be very new to live shopping. You might be someone who's interested in live shopping. You might be a live shopping veteran and you just want to get some more tips on how to perfect your live shopping events. Whatever the question may be, please drop it in the comments because our producer Neha, who's backstage today, say hi Neha, she'll be letting us know about any questions that are coming in. But now we have a question for you guys. Where are you watching from? Now we know that there might be some UK people. Yes, nice UK people. So please let us know where you're watching from. It's always interesting for us to hear what places people are watching our webinars from. And we have Denmark. We get a lot of people from Denmark. And our other question today is, this is a new one. Have you ever tried live shopping before? Yes or no? We have, as I said before, some people who are very new to live shopping who haven't started yet and they want to learn how to get started. And then some people who maybe have done a few live shopping events and want to learn more about how they can do it. So yes or no? Yeah, we have a couple of yeses coming in. Nice. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to today's topic. As you know, we are talking about the 3 stages of creating the perfect live shopping event: before, during, and after. How are we going to do this? Basically, we're going to be talking about ingredients. Okay, so you guys, Emma and Yebe, you'll be talking about our ingredients. Okay. However, we do know we're taking the recipe theme a little bit far. Well, we're taking it as far as we can here. And I've been given this bell. And Yebe, I'm wondering if you could ring the bell. Let's see what happens. Ooh, let's see what happens here. Oh, yes, excellent. Our first round of ingredients. Woohoo! Okay, so this is the before ingredients, okay? Yeah, but could you read them out? Let's have a look at all the ingredients.
Yes, of course. We have a Facebook events.
Facebook event.
Facebook events. We have engaging promotional content.
Yes.
We have a Sprii campaign, obviously,
Yes. Very important.
very important. We have pre-show education, and last we have a taste test.
Excellent. There are our ingredients. What is the first one we should start with? What do you think?
Yeah, we have to pass this mic on. I think the first one should be a Facebook event.
Facebook event.
Yes.
Excellent. We're starting with that. Why is this? Why should we start here with Facebook events?
Yeah. The Facebook event is the only like concrete method of activating our audience into something that they can watch and something that they can communicate with and something they can go back and look. When is this
It's
event?
the anchor.
Yeah, it's the anchor of the live shopping show. And you, as a company, have the opportunity to communicate with all the attendees, as well as Facebook sending notifications 1 hour prior and when the live starts. So it's a great way of collecting as many viewers as possible to your live shopping shows.
What about you, Emma? Tell us about how you work with Facebook events for Crate and Craft.
Yep, so we like to organise a month in advance of all the shows that we're going to do. We do a minimum once per week on our Facebook and Instagram. So once we've got that all set up, 10 days before the event goes live, we always create an event with a bit of information, a graphic that would interest our audience. So the graphic will give a little hint what it's going to be about, what brand it is, because we work in the crafting industry, so we have so many brands. So we want to make sure that we get the right audiences, such as a paper crafter, soft crafter, mixed media, etc.
Excellent, excellent. Let's move on to our next ingredient. What shall we take next?
I think next up is the Sprii. I threw a Sprii campaign. Yeah, and if you know about us and Sprii, you probably known about the Sprii campaign. This is where you tell Sprii which products you'd like to sell during a live, when the live is, and all these things that you need to tell the software. This is where you build your live shopping show essentially, and that is obviously very important. But because without it, you can't really sell anything on the live.
But for people who don't know anything about Sprii, can you explain what is a Sprii campaign? What does that mean?
Of course, yeah. The Sprii campaign is essentially the holster of your live. So this is where you activate the software to listen or automatically connect to your live. This is where you include or import all the products that you like to sell, and at which price and at which quantity. Is where you design your visuals on a live stream show, and it's also where you control your live in terms of which overlays are playing and stuff like that. So it's essentially the holster of the live and probably the most essential thing, or well, the most essential thing on the live.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. What about you, Emma? How do you work with the Sprii software?
Yep, so as soon as we've created an event on our Facebook, we automatically create a Sprii campaign, which we then link to the Facebook post. So it's already there to set up. As soon as we get the products, we create the overlays and put them in, as well as the time, competitions and giveaways. And I believe that would be it at that point.
Do you find it quite easy to use?
Oh, really easy to use. The way it's set out is step by step, so you can't miss anything. And as soon as you finish one, you go straight to the other. Very simple process.
It's very intuitive. It's very intuitive. Even for people who aren't tech savvy, it's quite easy to use. So yeah, that's the feedback we've gotten. Yeah, excellent. Moving on to our next ingredient. Ooh, yeah, but what will it be?
I think it's gonna be engaging promotional content.
Yeah, this one's fun. This one's fun. Tell us about. I mean, for people who might not know what we mean, what does this mean? Engaging promotional content.
Yeah, and basically, it just means something that your audience can engage with, that promotes your live shopping show. So that could be organic posts, it could be stories, it could be whatever you like, ads, for instance. The main part is that there is a call to action, preferably to the Facebook events, or there is some kind of engaging part in the post itself. And that is mainly done, obviously, to promote the live, but also showcase the engaging part of a live streaming show where something happens when I come and yeah, let's say shop, for instance, and then I get a reply from Sprii. All these things that that teach the viewers of live shopping.
Actually, yeah, I wanted Emma to chime in on this because you guys do a bunch of different things to promote your shows. Can you talk us through what are some of the different pieces of content that you might put out to promote Crate and Craft's live shows?
So yeah, what we do is we also boost the event. So we do paid ads for it. We also put posts on Facebook and Instagram to promote the event, to make sure that our customers are always updated with the information. We also put it on our stories as well, which then links to the event. We've also put it in our emails as well. So our business as usual emails, we have inputted the Sprii event in there as well, helping to promote it and push it. And I think that's about it at the moment. But we've also, as we're Crate and Craft, so we have our own TV shopping channel as well. Some of the presenters also promote the event and they talk about it on TV. So our audience that's watching the TV knows that we're also going to go live on a certain date.
Yeah, that's really nice. We will talk a bit about hosts because I think that is a very important part, and it's also a very important part of getting people to your show. But that is for the next course. Let's continue with the starter course. Let's talk a little bit about pre-show education. Now, this might seem the same as what we were talking about before, but Yeba is going to explain why this is actually a bit different.
Yes. So, live shopping for many viewers is a new thing, especially in countries outside of Denmark. Yes. So there is a need for education of how to shop, for instance, during a live show, or what to expect, and what is this even. And the promotional content can be a pre-show education actually. So they do overlap exactly. So it's just in essentially educating your viewers in what is this and what do I do.
Yeah, I think so. Some people choose to do this before that they might make a little piece of content where they explain. I don't know, Emma, have you guys done something like that, or do you use your live show to explain how live shopping works?
So we do a bit of both. We always, when we start a live event, we always briefly explain how it works, what's the process. However, we have found that our audience was asking very similar questions. So me and Jack, who also helped with these live events, we actually created a video explaining the process. And within Sprii, you can actually create a comment basically. So we put live, and as soon as they put live, they got not live, sorry, explain. As soon as they put explain, they got the written instructions sent to their direct message as well.
Idea. Yeah, that's so nice.
So we do a bit of both, and we have found that has really helped.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's such a great way of doing it. That you get the automatic message, because you can do that in Sprii, where there's an automatic message which just says step by step what you have to do to buy products. It is literally that simple. Let's go to our final ingredient for our starter course, which is okay. Yeah, for the recipe theme, the taste test. Yeah, but you're gonna have to explain what this is because we do not recommend that you eat the Sprii software, right?
No, the taste test is basically testing your setup. Is the audio on point, for instance? Is the video on point? Is the overlays on point?
Does the audio work?
Exactly. So that is something you definitely should do before your lives. You can do it in a plethora of ways. Within Spree, there is a function to test almost everything except the like we can obviously send a messenger message, but everything is testable, if that's a word. It's a word now. Within Sprii as well, and it's quite important to do this, especially if you're new to live shipping, because there may be a little box you didn't tick off or something that brings it down.
Which is what I want to ask Emma about. Were you there for the first, or how was it for your first time that you went live with Spree? Talk us through that a little bit.
So yeah, we tested a lot. It was our first one, so we didn't want anything going wrong. It was totally new to our audience as well. Our audience is an audience that doesn't like change, so we made sure that we tested everything thoroughly more than once before we went live for the first time.
Nice. Excellent. Okay. Thank you. That was the first course, our starter course. But now we are going to ring this bell again. Yebe, you can do the honors. Let's see what happens. Excellent. Oh, second course, our main course. There's a lot of cards here. There's a lot of ingredients that are going into our second course or our main course. What have we got here, Yebe?
I'm just gonna pick some. We have a plan.
A plan.
We have phone or camera. We have a welded setting. We have your best hosts. And lastly, we have your products.
Those are the ingredients for our main course. But where should we start? What is the best way to talk about these ingredients? What do you think? I kind of want to say a plan.
Yeah.
I'm right, yeah?
Yeah, it's a plan is quite essential.
Talk us through what might a plan look like for live shopping.
Well, it's very rare that we actually plan a live shopping show, but we obviously advise a lot in how to do this. But a plan is basically just a plan of what to say during live. You need to remember that when you're live, you have the focus of your audience for quite a lot of time. If you compared to a video or post that you do, so that you need to know that you have the opportunity to tell whatever you'd like to tell to your audience for these averagely, I think it's 15 to 20 minutes. So plan out what you need to say, because live shopping needs to be authentic, but also you need to kind of have like a plan.
You want it to make sense.
Exactly, and like you're gonna ramble on and people will drop off like flies, because it's probably not as fun to hear about.
That does make sense. Emma, talk us through what happens at Create and Craft. Do you guys have like a running schedule? Do you make a plan? How does it work at Create and Craft?
So yeah, we have created a plan. We called it the brief sheet. So we go through the brief sheet before every event. So the guest and whoever else is on is aware. Also, me and Jack are aware, because I do the overlays, Jack does the filming. So basically, we do an introduction, explain about the process, what can they expect in this live. We also mention the giveaway. After the introduction, we then showcase the products. Once we've done that, we go back a little bit to talk about the giveaway and how to order. And then because we're crafts, we then go to the demo part, which is when we get quite a lot of questions in about the product or the process, or they ask for advice. And as we get those questions in, we feed that back to our presenter, who then engages with our audience. So then we see a lot of engagement back and forth, which is really, really nice. And then once that's all done, we'll quickly go through the products again with their codes, and finish off with like a call to action. Don't forget to check out your baskets, look in your direct messenger for the link, and then we just thank them and finish the show.
Yeah, so it does actually sound like the plan is quite important. You do want it to be authentic, but you do want to know what's happening next. Like, we're going to have this product and we're going to do this demo, and so we really, even though as Yebe said, we at Spree, we can't really make the plan for you, but we do recommend that you know what's happening, what products you're going to have, and what you're going to talk about. Yeah, it sounds like a very important step. What shall we take next? I want to kind of put these two together, don't you think? Want to hold that one up? Yeah, I think these two can kind of, don't you guys agree that this is kind of, yeah, They go hand in hand. Tell us about the camera and the. I don't know. Do you want to talk about this, or should we hand it to? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but it's got something to say.
Yeah, I can say a few things. Okay, so the phone or a camera, smartphone or a camera, if you choose to go with a smartphone, you can download our app, Spree Host app, which allows you to stream through your smartphone. It's like the vast majority of users use the smartphone and our app to go live. It's very easy, it's very simple. But if you want to produce like a crazy digital live with multiple cameras, yeah, you have the option to do that as well. In Spree, you can just connect your streaming setup to Spree and then produce it like that. And then for a well-lit setting, it's kind of self-explanatory, I think. But important because especially if you have like small details on the product, it can be very difficult to see on a smartphone camera. So a well-lit setting will help you there.
Yeah. Did you want? I think Yeba can take this one, and then we'll get back to Emma, who's going to tell us about the crate, because the crate and craft setup. Yeah.
Okay, so Susanna asked, we mentioned overlays. How do you use them? What is the purpose? So Susanna, you're probably one of those who used the old paper signs that we had, like we do actually, like this. Yeah. So overlays are like a digital overlay that will show digital graphic that will show up on the screen that is explaining whatever it has to be explaining. Typically, that's a product sign, so it has the product search word, the product name, the price, and other things that you'd like to show. So it replaces the need of a physical paper sign.
The buy word, the word that they.
Yeah, the search term it contains. Yeah.
We have lots of different names for this. We sometimes call it buy code, sometimes it's the search word. Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Susanna. Let's get over to Emma, who is going to tell us about the crate and craft setup, because you guys do a lot of demonstrations, right? So I'm guessing your camera setup and the lighting is very, very important. Take us through that.
Yeah, so we have played around with both in the sense we've used the mobile and we've also used our studio cameras. We have 2 studios here at, well, we have 3, but we use 2 at Crate and Craft at the moment. So we're always done ours in the studio, apart from the first time we did the warehouse, but I'll go back to that. So in the studio, we tried the camera and we've tried the mobile phone, and we found that the mobile phone worked better with our audience. It felt more less TV and more authentic with the engagement side. So we use a camera and a gimbal, and Jack uses that. So he'll go around with the presenter when they're moving. So how we always set up is we always have a counter with all our products on, and then we go down the counter. And then when we are demoing, we've got a separate little bit next to it where they will start demoing and showcasing those products. So obviously within the studio, we use the studio lights. However, the first time we did do a live, we did it from our warehouse. So we done it as like warehouse Easter deals as we launched it in Easter. But in the warehouse, we made sure that it was facing from a bright window, so there was loads of light coming in, but we also brought a ring light with us. Yeah, we brought a ring light with us just in case, so we knew the lighting was going to be good.
Do you also have like lights that, like, I'm assuming you have lights that hit directly over the table because that's where all your demonstrations are happening, right?
Yeah, that is the case. Yeah.
If that is possible, I mean, you can just go live with a like your smartphone and a ring light. That's perfectly fine. But if you do have something that would benefit from, you know, a sort of up close camera view, then it is nice to have like a light over the product, because there's nothing worse than, you know, having a live show and not being able to see it, or not being able to see those details, which is the benefit of live shopping, that you're able to see all these details in real time. Cool. I think that covers our camera and light settings. Let's move on to, what do we have? We have 2 left for this main course. Hosts. Yes. Yeah, but what would you like to say about hosts?
I think Emma has a lot more to say than me in this, but I think the most important part is authenticity of your hosts. And then over to you, Emma.
And now over to Emma.
So yeah, we use our presenters just because obviously with our audience, they know their faces, they've built that trust with them. Obviously, with our audience, they like some presenters more than the others, but they still tune in regardless. When we've had brands on as well for our live shopping events, we always use the brand's face, so whoever knows that product onto the live event along with our presenters. So we've already got that trust built up, so our audience is engaged. Our audience then wants to tune in, especially if it's one of their favorite brands or presenters.
So these presenters are for people who might not follow what you're talking about here. We're talking about people who have that knowledge of that product. So they might be Create and Craft has, I know, a lot of different products, but someone who knows about textiles, they might be the presenter for a textile show, or someone who knows about painting, they present the painting show. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. Yeah. So some of our presenters are more paper craft, whereas we also have we use this lady called Debbie Shaw for our soft craft shows. So there's always that familiar face for them.
I want to actually this makes a lot of sense, and it seems to be a very successful formula of taking those people with presenters that are currently in your network, in the Create and Craft network, to be able to present the products. But I want to direct another question to Jebe. What if you're a really small brand and you don't have like a whole bunch of presenters on call who are really good in front of a camera? Because your presenters, obviously, if they've already been doing Create and Craft TV, then they already have that experience. What if you're the complete opposite? What can you do if you don't have a group of presenters?
I think you have a great way of being authentic then with your audience, because you then embody the company, because you're very few people and you have a lot of hats on, as we say in Denmark. So it's probably easier for you to be the company and the face of the company. So you are the host of the live shopping show and the host of the company and all the things. Yeah. So it shouldn't scare you at all that you don't have a host per se. You can do it yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just look within, I guess. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, and our final ingredient for this is products. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Products. What can we say about products?
You kind of need products to sell on a live.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's a whole lot of like sales psychology within choosing products that we will leave to some other time, I think, because that's a long talk. Yeah. But products are obviously the main part of a live. It's what you sell. It's what you want to theme your live around. It's.
Do you recommend to always have a theme?
Not always, but it's obviously good, especially if you're a veteran in live shipping. It's always good to like diversify your lives a bit and have a theme centered around something, maybe some holidays or something.
Yeah, holiday ones are quite popular. Emma, what about at Create and Craft? I know that you guys have a huge amount of products and like variation of products. So how do you actually choose what products you're going to use in a live?
So we have found it's best to use 5 to 10 products. That's enough product to demo with and our audience to get inspired by. If we have more than that, it just gets slightly chaotic and it gets too much for our audience because there's just too much that we're trying to push on them. So for example, yesterday we actually did a live yesterday for a brand called Stamperia with their newest collection. It was world launch. We bought it first. It was in our warehouse, so it was stuff that would get our audience to join in. And to help get more engagement for the event, because we couldn't announce what the collection was or anything, we just put top secret and Stamperia's logo on it, which gained a lot of traction. Yeah. It gained a lot of traction, but for people that are Stamperia fans, they would have known it would have been the world launch. So when we did the live yesterday, it was one of our most successful lives in the sense of views, the engagement, the conversions, because we built the anticipation up And the fact that we couldn't tell them what it was made it more exciting. But the Stamperia World launch, it had so many products in it. So we sat down with the buyers and discussed the top 10 products that they wanted to put on this live. And it worked because Leonie, who was demonstrating and guesting the event, she managed to demo some of the products. She went through all the papers. She was an expert with Stamperia. She's a massive fan of theirs. And she also does the Stamperia shows on TV. So that worked really well as well. And yeah, it was great. It was a very successful live.
Yeah, apparently top secret works. I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes a lot of sense. But so just to sort of recap this, it seems like the magic number for Create and Craft is 5 to 10. But that doesn't mean that necessarily works for everyone, right? Like like we are very happy that that Create and Craft has found their magic number. But what do you do if you don't know what your magic number is?
Yeah, it's very important to test it out because it's very reliant on what you sell. Like if it's fashion, you probably would like to showcase a bit more products than 5 to 10 because it's not very well. There are a lot of like styles and people that like different stuff. Then you need to kind of cater to a broader audience. So test out what is the appropriate amount of products for you guys. Also, it's also very like theme centered because if you have a more informational live, you probably have less products because you need more time to inform about the products or inform about whatever else you'd like to announce during that live.
I think to give people a bit of a better understanding of this, if you are, say, a clothes product, you might want more than 10, right? But if you're, say, a holiday company, then yeah, maybe less is more, basically. Great. Okay, let's move on to, I'm just gonna ring the bell and get our final course, that sweet dessert. Excellent. Let's have a look at these ingredients. What have we got? Jebbe?
We have abandoned cart messages.
Okay.
We have live reminders, and we have social media content.
These seem for someone who knows nothing about live shopping, this might not make any sense, and I get it. So let's go through these one by one. What should we start with?
I think we should start with abandoned cart messages.
You're going to have to explain what that is and why that is important.
Yes. So maybe a lot of you guys have already experienced you visiting a website and then suddenly an email bumps into your inbox that says, "Hey, you left something in your carts." Yes. Buy now, exactly. That is an abandoned cart email. We have the same opportunity in Messenger and Instagram DMs to send that reminder for someone to complete the purchase. Because in Sprii, with the majority of the integrations, we can actually know if the order has been completed or not, and then you, as a Sprii user, can send abandoned cart messages to those that haven't completed the order yet.
On this note, what do you have to do that? Is it complicated?
No. You literally just have to go into your order list in Sprii, filter away all those that have purchased the product, and then press send message and define the message you'd like to send.
And that's it.
That's it.
Amazing. Excellent. Emma, number one, do you guys use abandoned cart messages? And if so, how has it been for you guys?
So yes, we definitely use it. So after a live, we give it about an hour, and then anybody that hasn't purchased just yet, we just send them a little reminder. You've left something in your basket. Check out now, which we have found that works. And then we will do it 23 hours after the live. Basically, the abandoned cart message. You've left something in your basket. Please check out now. Keep them going, like, for the price that you've seen, you need to check out now, kind of thing. We have found this really works. So a few weeks ago, we did one on a Sunday. When we finished, there was about £600 worth of conversions, and then after we sent the 23-hour one, it then bumped it to over 1,000. So it does work.
Pretty nice. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's nicer than not getting those sales. So that's definitely a very easy way to just sort of boost those little stragglers at the end. And it's no extra, it's really hardly any extra work. So why wouldn't you do it? Yeah. Which brings me to the next one. I think we should talk about this one, which is live reminders, which is very, very similar, right, Jeppe? In terms of the automation.
Yes, in terms of automation, yeah, not very similar to abandoned cart messages, but yeah, in terms of how easy it is, it's very similar. So a lot of you that use Sprii will know about live reminders. This is the kind of like mini email marketing subscription list just within Messenger and Instagram DMs, where you're allowed to send a message to your subscribers that you're now going live. On the backside of a live, you are also allowed to invite those that have made an order during the live to become a subscriber of the live reminder list. Just with a click of the button, also in the order list in Sprii. And this is a very good tool to ask those who are already interested in you as a company because they have already given an order or at least reserved the products. They have a high intent. I think that's what it's called in marketing. Yeah. So we see a lot of conversions when using that, and it's always a good idea to build this subscriber list because they are very loyal live show fans of yours. So just do that every time you have the opportunity.
Especially because it is so easy. Yeah, Emma, what about Create and Craft? Do you? I assume you use the live reminder function, and has it helped boost your numbers? How has it been for you guys?
Yep. So we actually started it a couple of weeks ago. We was a bit late to the party with it. We should have done it from the start originally. But yeah, we did start a couple of weeks ago. We put a post out with a nice image saying, do you want to be reminded of our lives? Just comment live and we'll send you a reminder each time. This worked really well. We're now at nearly 100 subscribers, which is quite nice. But we have noticed that our views are going up. So for example, when we first started doing the event lives, we got about 3.4k views, and then after yesterday's one, it went up to 12.4.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it keeps growing, and our subscriber list keeps growing as well. So we make sure that we send one as after each event. So because no doubt people will be looking at their DMs anyway. So it's a good time to say, do you want to be reminded?
Yeah, it's just so easy and it makes so much sense and it's so simple. So why wouldn't you use it? Yeah, definitely. And on to our very final ingredient of the day. And this one we're going to have to explain a little bit. This is social media content. Now, we spoke about, at the beginning of this, we spoke about promotional content, but now we're talking about social media content. What does this mean?
Yes, so a lot of our users use their live shopping show as social media content. So they kind of chop the live show into bits and use.
You have to explain how. How do they get that?
Yeah. And they use that for a variety of things. But within Sprii, if you have the business subscription, you have the option to download clips. And clips are the specific periods in time where a certain product was presented. We track it by measuring when the overlay was played and when it was paused. Then we kind of figure this is the minute or two that this product was played. And then you have an option within Sprii to download this and use it to whatever you like. Some use it as product videos on the product pages, as more like an engaging thing rather than just a stock photo. And some use it as social media content to either use it as a video post and create sales through that, or just use it as engaging content.
Yeah. Wow. So the Sprii feature you're talking about is basically it does the work for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just need to say it's still in a beta version, but it's almost 100% ready. It's just, yeah. If you want to try it, give us a call.
No, but it sounds really good that it's done all that work for you, that you've got these pre-clipped little chunks of your show that you just have to download and then use it for your social media. Emma, do you guys use your clips in some way? What do you do after your event has finished?
So we haven't used the clips just yet. That is in the plan. However, we've been creating shoppable imagery posts instead.
Yes.
So we did an event. It was our birthday back in April, so we done like a birthday party event where people could buy goodie bags, either paper craft one or soft craft ones. And a few days after the event, it was coming to near the end of our birthday, and we still had some paper craft goodie bags left. So we created a shoppable imagery post with that, with the contents of the goodie bag, saying this is what you can get. If you want to get your hands on one, we still have them in stock. Just comment the code. And we managed to get another 80 sales out of it.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, it works.
It really, yeah. I mean, it's just so easy, and you can just get, 80 sales like with virtually no work. So that's really amazing. Yeah, amazing. And that is all for our ingredients. We're done with our 3 courses: before, during, and after. But as a sort of recap here, this is the grocery list, which is that's what we're calling it. The grocery list is basically a recap of all the different ingredients that we talked about today. So we'll be sending this webinar out as an email. So if you participated or clicked on any sort of link or subscribed to this webinar, you'll be getting these slides with your grocery list. So you could even print it out and use it as a checklist for when you're going live to make sure you've got everything that you need for the perfect live shopping event. Yeba and Emma, was there anything you guys wanted to add before I wrap up today's webinar? No? Okay. We've spoken very thoroughly about all of our ingredients. So let us go on to what is coming up next. We do have another webinar coming up. It's on, I believe, the 19th of June. And this webinar is specifically targeted for anyone who is new to live shopping. So it is called Live Shopping 101, what it is and why it matters. So if you have been inspired a little bit today, but maybe got a little bit overwhelmed by the granular detail we went into everything, this then is the webinar for you, because we'll be going into all the steps, well, maybe not steps, but like more about what is live shopping and how it can work for you. Furthermore, Emma, you guys have an event coming up, right?
Yeah, so this one will be on the double check in on the 23rd
of May.
23rd of May. Yeah. Oh, it's right in front of me on the graphic.
Yeah. What's the theme? I can see grunge collection. What is this?
So yeah, another advantage of Sprii is that Studio Light, which is the brand, they're launching a new collection. We haven't actually, I don't believe there was space on TV just yet for it. So we got asked, can we put it out on Sprii? It's new, nobody has seen it yet. So we wasn't going to say no to it.
Yeah, and like that, again, you just sort of mentioned another benefit of like live shopping and live shopping with Sprii is that you don't have a limit to the amount of shows you can do. You can go live anytime. So it's really cool that you guys took that opportunity to use live shopping to sell this new collection. Coolio. And if you actually are fully inspired to start live shopping and you're like, wow, I really want to get started, you can get started today. All you have to do is book a demo with one of our live shopping experts. You may end up talking to Yeba. Is that right?
Yeah.
You could talk to Yeba. He might be the person to take you through what you need to do to get started with live shopping. So head over to spree.io and press the book a demo button. But as for us, I think that's all from us. Just wanted to say a big thank you to Emma and Yeba for your patience, especially with our audio problems at the beginning. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Emma. It was so lovely to have you.
Thank you for having me. No, it's been great.
Thanks for your patience. Wow. But yeah, that's it from us. I'll see you guys at the next webinar and have a great afternoon. Bye. Bye, Emma. Bye.
Bye. Bye.